Let's meet one of the most renowned men in audio. It's Mark Levinson.
This is the M1 speaker. The M1 speaker is the first speaker to combine the impact and punch of high efficiency with the natural sound that we all want. Until now there have been two worlds, the world of pro audio and the residential world. They tend not to mix. The M1 is a high efficiency speaker with all new drivers. The M1 produces 100 decibels of sound pressure level with 1 watt, 8 ohms. It's biamplified. To get the best bass, you need a big woofer like this. A woofer like this cannot be used with a passive crossover. All pro audio guys know that. The M1 utilizes one amplifier for the 18 and one amplifier for the 12 and high frequency driver.
Okay.
The M5 here is a mono design with new technology that achieves pure Class A performance from the milliwatt range to 400 watts.
Okay.
No crossover notch distortion, with no wasted heat. It just runs slightly warm, which puts pure Class A performance into the world with high power and practicality. The M5 amplifier has a switch on the front for high pass, flat, and low pass, so you can easily use it as a full range amplifier or in a biamp mode.
Okay.
You can also use it for surround sound, 80 hertz and up for the speakers and 80 hertz and down for the sub. You need this kind of amplifier for a high efficiency speaker because with a sensitivity of 100 dB, 1 watt, 8 ohms, normally you're listening in the milliwatt range, and most amplifiers do not perform well in the milliwatt range. The M5 is designed to be completely linear in the milliwatt range as well as to 400 watts, which gives you a lot of freedom. With a sensitivity of 100 dB, 1 watt, 8 ohms, the M1 can produce 126 decibels of sound pressure level across the whole audio band. The idea is to be free to listen to whatever you want to. For a price like this, you should be. You should be able to reproduce the sound of any instrument known to man. Any sound humans can make, this can reproduce. It can function as a monitor in a studio control room. It can also reproduce the most subtle and delicate sounds in the home. The M1 speaker is built at the Petrov Piano Factory in the Czech Republic and features the same finish as they use on their 9-foot concert grands. It takes 2 months to make. It's a serious product.
And the retail price for the M1?
Well, the M1 is $120,000 US.
Okay.
However, my feeling is that perfection doesn't happen by accident. It happens by good engineering. If people want excellence, it needs to be engineered. And the M1 system has been engineered to work. That includes the M1, the M5 amplifier, the M6 preamplifier, and the cables that go with it.
Okay. And we have the M6 preamplifier right over here.
Right.
Okay.
The M6 is a minimalist design with basically input selector and volume. However, the M6 is the most transparent device possible to make. In the old days of audio, the preamplifier had a phono section because everybody played LPs. Today, people generally use digital sources, so we have built the DAC inside, like the new phono section, if you will.
Okay.
So in our system concept, we recommend a Mac plugged directly into the USB input of the M6.
Okay.
You don't see Apple computers sold in audio stores, mostly for the reason that there's no profit in them. However, the best recordings are made on Macs, and that's where they come from. It's the native environment of the finest recordings. So we like to use it, but especially with Masterclass.
Okay.
You now have the ability to do things that were never before possible. For example, play an iTunes download and get sound like best SACDs and analog tape and LP. You also have the ability to play 24-bit files. You can download, you can do a wide variety of things without compromise.
Well, that's a great walkthrough. Let's spin up a little bit of music, and I want to thank Mark Levinson from Daniel Hertz SA for a super system walkthrough and a great philosophy on audio reproduction in the home. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Stunningly musical, beautiful sound from Daniel Hertz SA. These are the M1 loudspeakers. Simply spectacular. And before we leave Mark today, you've got something very exciting to share.
Yes, I'd like to introduce you to a system that's affectionately called Baby Daniel. The M8 speaker, which is the baby version of the M1. You can see the high frequency unit is very similar to the M1, and the 8-inch woofer is a scaled down version of the 12-inch in the M1. This M8 has the DNA and soul of the big system, but at a price that is within reach of many people. It's driven by the M9 integrated amplifier here, which includes a USB DAC, AirPlay, 100 watts a channel, and together with the M8 makes a system you can buy for $7,000 US.
I understand there's a collaboration with Apple to help distribute the product?
Yes, Apple will sell the M8 and M9 all around the world and help us make it available. My dream was to make something that would match with iTunes so that music lovers could get material and reproduce it with an amazing listening experience. And this is possible not only with the hardware, but with Master Clasp. And Masterclass is our new audio software for Mac. With Masterclass on your Mac, the M9 and the M8, you're in business.
Well, you heard it here first from Mark Levinson. It's the beginning of 2014. I'm going to give you a thumbs up for Masterclass. I'm going to give you another thumbs up for the baby Daniel system, and I wish you all sorts of success in 2014.
Thank you, Peter.
Very good. Thank you, Mark.